Good evening, and oh, that's awesome. Helga. Good evening, and welcome to OmniDog and OmniHelga. My name is OmniDog. Thank you for your patience and waiting while I shoved my dinner, which I will tell you all about in a couple minutes. I am joined, as usual, by the one and only OmniCat. Kristan, how are you?
Oh, I'm awake now, so I'm good. How are you?
I also am awake now. So, yeah. I had a need to lie down due to my body just being in pain in general. So, but now I feel better.
Good.
Yeah.
That's what matters.
Yeah. Well, thank you. And we're trying to find a good background for Scurry because all you can see underneath us are feet. So we may do this on air if I can. I just can't find the right not the right, because they're all little creatures, and so we tend to cut them off. Well, here's one of the moose.
Yeah, that would be good. If his head was like above us.
Yeah, let's see if this works. Okay, 1 second. Which one's that? Okay.
I'm already ready for list part 2, by the way.
You mean you've got paper ready for it?
I got paper, I got a pen.
I felt like the last list we got pretty many ideas.
Yeah.
Were we just free associating with the audience and they were giving us ideas, or both?
Yeah, I was writing down anything that came up. I think some of it was like we would talk about something and I'd be like, oh yeah, we should read that together. Well, there's antlers and a nose.
Antlers and a nose. Well, we'll show you a lot of art tonight because Scurry, I'm going to do a separate video of my own on Scurry because I know it's only January, but last year I picked Harleen as my book in January or February as my book of the year, and it stayed my book of the year. And right now, Scurry is my book of the year. So I'm going to do a separate. I'm going to do a separate video on it because I think it's that important. And Hayden, are you asking for a timeout?
Right now it will be.
No, don't you dare. Hayden, are you asking but a timeout? Come on. And here's T-Lar Bloon in the chat. Right, I'm going to start New Mutants tonight. I'm going to do what T-Lar's doing. He's reading a couple issues a day because that's a big book. And I really want to read it.
Too.
I really want to read that because I enjoyed the movie and I've always enjoyed New Mutants. He and I did an X-Force New Mutants readathon, I think 2019, and it was really good
Nice.
for a 90s comic. So I am interested in reading New Mutants.
That's on my list.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's behind me. Right there. You can't tell. Yeah, that's like the light hitting that one, but that's what it is.
The light. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's look at your shelf there.
Yeah, I rearranged some stuff. Oh, this is so Katie Cook. I don't know if anybody knows Katie Cook.
Wait a sec. Let me highlight
cats. That's what that is. How cute is that?
Oh my goodness.
She does these mini paintings at cons. And she did my cats. Adorable. There's a little autograph.
How was that through the internet?
Oh, this was like 2 years ago.
Oh, okay. And tell us, who is she?
Katie Cook.
Yeah, who is she? What's she write?
She's a great artist. She's doing a webcomic right now. She's done a lot of cover work for she's done some Marvel stuff, some other stuff. I don't know. She's done a lot of stuff. If you saw her work, you'd be like, oh, that's Katie Cook. She's very recognizable.
I feel like you've talked about her a lot before because that name rings a bell. So yes, we are talking about Scurry and the question, the many deaths of Vic Sage. And I'm going to be interested in what you say because I am not the many deaths, it's just the deaths. Oh, brother.
I mean, that's a multiple. It's fine.
I have to change the thumbnail and everything. I did a really good thumbnail.
Oh. Just put an X over mini. Don't even try to delete it. Just put an X.
I will fix it after the show.
It'll be good.
I'll have to fix the whole thing after the show.
You can keep it up. No one would notice, I bet.
Maybe I should just keep it up and see who the bitchy viewer is helping out on it. Mm-hmm. Maybe I will do that.
There's always one guy.
Thank you, Gary Sandberg. We need more likes, please, because it helps us in the algorithm. Happy Saturday to you, Jesse. Say what? Let's see. And here's Farhan. Sunday morning here in Malaysia, just done with breakfast, and always a pleasure to start my day here. Thank you. Just my life will never be the same again watching you after your throwback Thursday vid. Peace and love, guys. Well, I was young once. I know it's a surprise, but yes, I was young once. And I had fun as a young man, and those shows were fun to do. And they're going to be every Thursday now, because now I figured out how to edit them really easily to fit into iMovie. And they're not the best quality because it's a copy of a copy of a copy, and so it's an acquired taste, as Taylor Brown likes to say.
That just adds to the retro feel.
I guess so. And you get to see me in coat and tie, which I never wear. Forget it.
Nobody got time for that.
No. No,
no.
Forget it. No. Let's see. Oxmeat Pete says, "What are you having for dinner?" And Arya said, "It would be amazing if it was oxmeat." It would be amazing. I don't know that I've ever had oxmeat. I had chicken parmesan, and things worked out really well today because for some reason I had a craving for chicken parmesan. But we're on like a pretty strict Whole30 type diet just to readjust. And we were going to have halibut for dinner. And when my wife pulled that out from the fridge, it knocked us both over with the smell.
That's not good.
I said, I am not eating that. Said, that's an easy decision. Plonk. And we took it right out to the garbage, which is too bad because halibut's expensive, but it took like 6 candles, scented candles, to get the smell out.
Not good.
So we got to order out, and I got chicken parm.
Nice.
I got my wish, like in Wonder Woman 84.
Worked out well.
I wish for a little more than chicken parm, though, I guess, if I had a wish. If you had a wish, like in a Wonder Woman 84, what do you think you'd wish for?
I don't even know. I don't get the reference.
Oh,
so
okay.
She had a wish.
Well, without spoiling the movie for you, I'll just say the bad guy has the power to grant one wish to everybody.
Okay. Well, I think right now we'd maybe all pick to get this virus out of here.
Okay.
Right?
My wish would be different. I don't think I can say it on air. I can text it to you.
Okay.
I'd like a certain person removed from the earth.
Ah. Oh, I know. I think I already know.
Okay. I want that guy gone.
Hey, that's fair. I like your wish. I also must comment on Johnny Air Windows saying they got Sue and Tai Chan Volume 1 and it was amazing. So I'm glad.
Okay, let's see. Where is that? Johnny Air Windows. Speaking of cats, Kristan, I got Sue and Tai Chan Volume 1 and it was amazing. I'm
glad you loved it. I love it so much.
I need to get that. Oh, you know what I need to get? I need to get those Tea Party books.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I remember that.
I'm surprised.
So am I.
Tea Party. Well, maybe don't say Tea Party though.
Dragon Tea
Dragon.
Party.
Yeah.
Let's see. I've been waiting for what you guys have to say about the question for a while, but have to jump off to put my daughter down for bedtime. Catch you on the replay tomorrow. Okay, Ben Uncles. Your daughter's very cute.
Oh.
And you got a nice beard there too, Dad. Thank you for watching, and we will give the question a thorough going over. No, Sam, you're not. It's somebody else.
It's no one here.
It's no one here. It's no one that you know personally, I don't think. Is the guy Tyler because he didn't like the Harley Omnibus? No.
Oh,
he's entitled to like what he likes.
Controversy.
My heart will be a little broken if you guys didn't love it. Okay.
Well.
Oh, and now T-Lars signed in as Super Squad D. I'd wish for more toys. I mean, to save the world and cure cancer and make COVID away. Yeah, totally. Let's see. Jess from Marcelo. I was looking at your presentation to the senior community for the 4th or 5th time. It's a great video. Great job. Thank you, Marcelo. That is also on my channel, where I give a presentation. Let's see, it was last year, January 2020. My wife worked at a retirement home, and she was the activities director, and she had me come in after 6 years at that place, begging me every month to come in and talk about comic books. I finally relented and went in and gave about an hour and 20-minute talk on comic books. And I started with comic strips, you know, with the Yellow Kid from the very beginning, and talked a lot of comic strips and the history of those, and then the history of comic books. And I had all kinds of tchotchkes and stuff behind me. And my wife presented me nicely. And I think I gave a pretty good talk because I just had bullet points, and I went off the bullet points and just chatted about comics and stuff. And we had a pretty good crowd for that place. It was all women as usual, because apparently only the women take part in activities when, well, I don't know if it's that way now, but I guess when you get in a retirement home, somehow it's only the women that want to do things. I had about 15 women there, and they were all complimenting me on how handsome I was. So I'm going to go back. Yeah, I'm going to go back there.
Need a part 2
now. Yeah. I don't think I have anything left to say to them. I said an awful lot. Yeah, it is. Aladdin made that clear. The Disney movie Aladdin made that very clear. You can't wish for more wishes. Sadly, yeah. Jess, is Mad Love by Paul Dini a good starting point to get into Harley? Your girlfriend. You should suit up once in a while on air. You want me to suit up on air? You want to see me put on my shirt and tie? Mad Love, is that a good? I think Mad Love's a good place to start for you. It's I would highly recommend Mad Love as a good place to start. My favorite run, of course, is the Connors and Palmiotti New 52 run by Harley Quinn. That's the one that made me fall in love with her. But Mad Love's a classic, and it's by Paul Dini, and I think Bruce Timm is the artist. So wait a minute. Yeah, I got it right here. So let's take a look at it. Paul Dini, Bruce Timm. Yeah, I mean, you can't get any better than those guys. They created her anyway. So here's my Harley from the movie.
Nice. Is that a lollipop?
Figure arts. Yeah, she came with a bunch of accessories, different hands holding different things, and I went with the mallet and the lollipop. This is Mad Love. And it is, yeah, no, this is brilliant. It's the story of how he and Harley fell in love. That's where the you may see statues or pictures of her in her nightgown, lingerie. She tries to seduce Joker, and he's all he can think about is Batman. Oh, and this is a classic picture. So great art. It's very short. This book, it's got all the whole book has all kinds of extras afterwards. So it's for fans really of Batman Adventures, the animated series, which I'm currently watching. But you don't have to watch that cartoon to enjoy the heck out of this book. So Farhan, yeah, go for it. If you two ever get in the same room, what would your name be? OmniCat Dog? Person just wants to remove from the planet is Alf. No, I have no problem with Alf. I never watched him, but I don't care about Alf. And I don't.
Well, he's an alien too, right?
Yeah, and I don't think he's real. Person I'm thinking of is quite real.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. The ladies love you. Just thank you, Miriam's book pod. LL Cool J. Ladies love Cool J. Let's see. Is this out of print?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. I can't imagine that they wouldn't keep.
Well, it is DC, right?
Yeah, those are the words coming right out of my mouth. Let's see. No, it's available on Amazon. For, I think, cover price. So that means it's probably still at places like IST and stuff. So yeah, it's still in print. It's very nice. Thank you both for the final push to read Black Hammer. I'm reading the library editions now and 100% in love with them. I love Silver Age comics, and the references hit home runs for me.
Awesome.
That is great, Oxmeat Pete. Both Kristan and I love Black Hammer, and I, of course, love all the Silver Age Easter eggs. It's really great. Were you the one in the video from a few days ago? The old classic video with the dolls. That was you, Job? Job?
Yeah, Job.
Yeah, my name's OmniJob. Yes, that was me in the video.
Oh, Duck Collector makes a good point. He's cruel to cats. Yeah.
Oh, Alf?
Yeah, he eats them. I know.
He eats them, right?
Yeah.
And then he has sex with a seal on one of the covers, right?
He's very questionable, that Alf. It's not good.
I'm not going to kink shame him, as Omar says, but that's kind of a weird choice for a cover.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
Yeah.
So is eating kittens, though.
Yeah, I don't.
That's a weird choice.
I don't fudge muffins. I don't. That's the problem with having action figures all over the place.
Yeah, you'll not go.
And since I am so OCD, I have to pick it up and not leave it lying there, because then they come alive at night. And
Toy Story taught us that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sid.
Sid. Let's see. Elvis Parker. Jess, I really enjoyed your videos and discussion with Lewis. Would you ever do more videos with Handsome McGregor again? Well, let's see. I've done 3, and it's usually at his suggestion when he has an idea of what he wants to talk about. And Lewis, I think, is now in a place where he is really at peace with where everything is in his life. Because he used to have a ton, and I mean a ton. He was a big sideshow statue collector, and he had tons of books, and he had lots of possessions. and he felt they were weighing him down. And he's down now to like 3 complete collection books, and doesn't even once he's done with those, he's going to sell them. And I think he just doesn't want possessions in his life right now to weigh him down. And that I think is pretty admirable, because I like acquiring, and he's
focusing on like video stuff too, right? So
his
he has
career.
different passions.
Yeah, he is. I've seen a couple of his short films, and they're really good.
Really
One
good.
in particular is awesome. I can't remember what it's called, but if anybody wants to know what it's called, I can always find out from him. It's a very interesting conversation between a man and a woman, and I think that he's primarily a film guy, and that's where he wants all his money to go. That stuff's expensive. That, as you know,
understandable. Yeah.
as you well know, that that video equipment's way expensible. Expensible.
It works.
I think I just made up a word. I am accidentally way more stoned than usual, and so glad I could catch you guys live. I love the show. Peace and love. Peace and love.
We're glad you love the show.
Do you feel boxed in? Oh, wait a sec. Just rewatched DC's Legends of Tomorrow Season 4. No spoilers. But the episode, every timeline is messed up and the legends turned into puppets. I want to see that.
Oh, man, I love a good puppet episode. Angel did that years ago, and it's still my favorite episode of Angel of all time, where they're all hand puppets, and it's amazing.
They're hand puppets? That sounds great.
Oh, it's the best. And there was like a reason, because you know Angel, there's magic and stuff, so they were all turned into oh, so good. So good.
Kenny, what episode was that? Season 4 for Legends of Tomorrow, because I definitely want to see that. That's a show that I keep meaning to watch, and you know, it's just 22 episodes or whatever, and I have a hard time churning through that many episodes, but I want to see that. And of course, I still have the 5-episode crossover from 2019 on my DVR to watch. Infinite on Crisis Earths, or whatever it is. Crisis on Infinite Earths. Legends of Team Mew Mew? What? That's the name of the episode? Come on.
Weird.
Saz Murph agrees with you.
Yeah. Smile Time is the best. You know, I think I have... No, I don't have that near me. Oh, yeah, I do. Here we go. Here we go. This is what they look like. So there's shrunk down to the puppets. That's what the puppets look like.
Those puppet guys, yeah.
Yeah. This is like a comic adaptation. It was so good. I loved it.
Where can I watch that episode?
I think Angel's on Hulu now.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you could skip right to it. It's so fun.
Okay, I better write that down, or else I'll forget. Angel puppet episode.
It's called Smile Time. It's season 5.
Oh, Angel, which I misspelled. Smile Time. I spelled it. How do you spell Angel? Angel?
Yeah.
Okay, I spelled it right. Smile Time. Season 5. Oh, wouldn't it be great if I turned into a Buffy fan?
Oh my gosh, it would be great. And and then you could understand my shirt more. I mean, you get it anyway, but
she's a vampire slayer, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Years and Madeline.
I mean, and then you can get all these Angel hardcovers. John Byrne did a collection. He did a miniseries. Come on.
Are they all out of print in like $100 million?
Nobody cares about these Angel books now.
Oh.
You can still get these. Yeah. Some of them are trash. I'll steer you right if you ever become a Buffy fan.
Okay. Yeah, my to watch. You're right, James. My to watch list is crazy, but I'm churning through and having a blast with Batman: The Animated Adventures now that it's on HBO Max. So, because I watch that all the time on my iPad, so it's great. Although they're all out of order on HBO Max.
That's weird.
Oh yeah, it's they're completely out of order, and I have the list from the box set that I have, so I know what ones to watch in order, but it's all jumbled up. And I don't I don't see how anybody could watch it in the order they have it in. I mean, I guess you could.
Is that your email blowing up?
Yeah, wait a sec.
Okay.
It's my Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Facebook with the group. That was like the first rule that Lou and Riley told me when I joined them for OmniBros the first time. Turn off the group. It's always pinging, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, I just X out of Facebook because I'm like, that'll go off.
Yeah.
People are talking Buffy episodes now. Lloyd Wong, the episode of Buffy Hush, the silent episode. Oh, I love Hush. I could go on and on about my favorite Buffy episode. The Body, it's one of my favorites of all time. Hush is one of my favorites. Conversations with Dead People, The Storyteller. Oh. When you know episode titles, that's when you know you're deep into something.
Yeah.
Oh, if you get into Buffy, just start with the last 2 episodes of season 1 through season 4 and you're good, though season 5 isn't horrible. I love season 5. You also need to go to season 6 and 7. People try to pretend it ended with 5. It didn't. Season 6 and 7 are amazing. The musicals in season 6, there's a lot of problems in season 6, but the musical episode is one of the best of all time. Once More the Feeling. I would say go through the whole thing. Season 1 is very short because it was like a mid-season pickup. And it's a season 1, right? So like it's nothing amazing. You kind of do have to be like, okay, this is what I'm getting into. But you need that foundation. And it's not long. And then season 2, yeah, things really pick up in season 2. And then on, it goes up.
Okay, I will consider that, but I'm also starting to really get into the DC animated universe because on OmniBros Thursday night, I thought we had the IST gift card to give away, and we give it away at the end of the show, so people will keep watching, so they find out. And I said I'm going to torture the audience, and it was just me and Gio for the last 2 hours of the show. It almost went 3 hours. I said we're just gonna stay here and wear the audience out, and we're just gonna talk about nothing. And the audience won. I mean, it was 10:45, and Gio and I were like, "Okay, let's give away the gift card." I can't do it. They crushed me. They crushed me. Doug Jones plays the creepy guy in Hush. Oh, is he the really tall guy? Is Doug Jones the one that played Abe Sapien in the Hellboy movies?
He's played a lot of stuff. I don't know if that was him, but
is he quite tall and skinny?
Yeah, he's very tall. Yeah.
I think that's who it is.
Yeah, you're referring to the gentleman in the Hush. They were awesome. He's very creepy.
Let's see. That was an endurance test. Yeah, but you guys won. You beat us. It was fun. That was the most fun I have had on OmniBros in a long time, because I don't get a chance to talk to Gio very much. And once we hit DC Animated Universe, his eyes lit up, and we talked for at least 45 minutes on it. So that got me all jacked up to watch these movies.
Oh, it's really bumming me out. People really stopped watching after season 5. Guys,
where is that?
I
did not keep watching.
Yes, as Murph said, season 6 and 7 don't exist for me. Sorry. You should be sorry. There's a lot of good stuff in season 6 and 7. Season 6 has the musical. Come on, season 6. The musical, the episode right after Tabula Rasa, where they all lose their memory and they don't know who they are, is amazing.
That sounds good.
Oh, it's so good. There's a lot of, I mean, there's some upsetting stuff in season 6, but and then season 7, people like to trash on, but oh man, some of my favorite episodes are in season 7.
Michael Emond is actually saying something serious for once. Usually I ignore him because all he does is make jokes, and not very good ones, but he's actually having something serious to say. Season 1, it takes a while to get going. Only about 5 episodes are classics. Well, how many episodes are there?
There's not that many. I wouldn't say any of season 1 is classic, personally. I think you need it just to start it and know it gets better, you know?
Yeah.
But it's still good. I mean...
Okay, here's Lloyd Wong knows me well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Justice can add Buffy and Faith to his collection of figures of the ladies.
Yeah, and they're so good.
Whedon said he wished they had started with the last 2 episodes of season 1. Okay.
I don't care what Whedon thinks. I would just watch it all. If you're going to watch it all.
Yeah,
there are like 12 episodes of season 1.
Okay.
So...
you're a dedicated fan, so I will take your advice. You'll be my Buffy advisor.
Thank you.
Just as I have a comic advisor, you will be my Buffy advisor.
I appreciate that.
Is Maddie into it as much as you, or are you more into it?
Oh, we talk about it all the time, yeah. And we went through all the comics after it, because it continued in comics in the seasons.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Which is cool. And they were great. Most of them.
Uh-huh. The comics or the episodes?
Well, I mean, nothing's the show, but the comics are really good.
Okay. The show is better than the comics?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But it was a good continuation.
Yeah. It was nice spending the whole evening with Jess and friends. Thank you, Ox. Oh, whoops. I jumped a bunch. No, Michael, your jokes suck. I'm sorry. Wait, there was a real question. Oh, yeah, here it is. Jess, did you get the box set of 30 movies or just going to watch it on HBO Max? That was a big discussion. For 15 minutes, I found out there was a box set of 30 DC animated movies. First of all, box set, it's like catnip to a cat, box set to OmniDog. I was like, okay, box set, I can have them all in box set. And it turns out I've got about 10 of them already. I went through them today. I cleaned, for some reason, I decided to get productive and I cleaned up all the DVDs I own and put them in order. And I found 10 of the DC animated movies, and there's a bunch on HBO Max. So I think I'm not going to get the box set. As much as it breaks my heart, it also saves me $186.
Yeah, it's a lot.
But it's a box set. That was the issue. It was a box set.
So much happening.
Yeah, we'll get to the books in a second. Is Justice League animated series going to be on HBO Max later? I don't know, but I bet yeah. I bet they eventually put all of their stuff on there. HBO Max just keeps getting better and better. They keep putting more and more stuff on there.
It's pretty great. Hayden says season 7 is his favorite. Good. Season 7 is great, and it's underrated. I love the one right under it. It's dry clean only, Melanie. Why are we quoting?
It's dry clean only, Melanie.
I love that we're quoting Spice World now out of nowhere. That's my jam.
And that I know it.
Yeah, I love that you know it too.
I came across that when I was cleaning up my DVDs.
Hey, that's a rare DVD now.
Is it?
Yeah. Okay. The last time I looked, it was going for stupid money, and I'm like, "What's happening to this? I bought this for like $5." I guess it's out of print. Yeah, it's if you look on Amazon right now, it's third party going for like over $40.
Oh wow.
It's so weird.
I'm pretty sure I could keep up with quotes from that movie. My daughter and I watched
Yeah.
that together probably 100 times. And I will fully admit I would watch it alone without her. I love
Yeah.
that. I think that movie's a crack up.
It's so good because it's so aware of itself. That's
Yeah.
why it's so good. It's
Yeah.
aware that it's ridiculous because it's about them making a movie.
Yeah.
You know, and then the butts. Do the butts make you feel weird every time?
I feel like that was their peak. That was the most I enjoyed them ever, was that movie. It was just, I loved all of it.
It's so good.
Oh, here's a question for you.
Oh, have I finished reading One Piece manga? Only one day left. No. No, I have not. I'm not going to. Yeah, so I felt like I was a little misled with my One Piece readathon. Because, you know, a lot of manga, it's especially shonen manga, action manga, you can kind of breeze through it. You can read it pretty fast. Yeah, One Piece is very dense, and I was unaware of that. So I'm like trying to there's just a lot of dialogue. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of art to look at. I'm not a fast reader anyway, so it's not going to happen. I failed my challenge, everyone. I will eventually get through it all. I've read a lot of it, but not enough. So,
speaking of challenges, let's see where I am in my
your Goodreads challenge?
Goodreads challenge.
I'll look at mine too.
Diligent on that.
I've noticed. I've seen you
Oh, have you?
Stuff. Yeah.
I actually did a review today on a book. Usually I just give it stars and get out of there, but I felt strongly enough to leave a review. I'm
at 62.
How is that percentage with your goal?
Let me bring it back up. I'm a little behind. It's 6%.
I have read 40 out of 350. I'm 12 books ahead of schedule.
Nice.
Yeah. This is I actually really, you were right. This is a great way to do it because it keeps track of everything.
And then at the end of the year, when you make your list, you just look at your reading challenge. You don't have to be like, what did I read?
Yeah.
You know.
And speaking of Kristan being right, my life got a lot easier today when I gave up full control of the house to my wife. I said, and my life actually, I just said, you're always right. I'm whatever you think is right, I'm just going to say yes from now on. Because every time I say no, because my first response to anybody, and especially my wife, with any suggestion is no. That's my default position, no. And then I'll think about it for a while, and then I have to go back and apologize. You were right. I'm not doing that anymore. My wife is right. I don't care what anybody says. My wife is right. When it comes to our life,
She's like a really good decision.
It's weird. She's always right. She thinks of these things to do, and there are things way out of my box. And I'll say, no, I don't want to do that. And inevitably she's right about it. So I'm just going to do whatever she says now. I know that sounds probably bad to somebody out there, but if you listen to your wife, if your wives are like my wife, you're better off listening to them and doing what they say. My life would have been so much easier this past 30 years if I had just done what she said.
Sounds right to me.
I bet it does. Oh my gosh.
That's why you got to listen to me when I talk about Buffy, you know?
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to, yeah. Kristan's right.
I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Let's see. Here's a question for you.
What do I think of the original Buffy movie? Well, it's funny. Back when I started Buffy, I'd watched a few episodes on like TV, and I hadn't seen the movie. And my dad was a big fan of the movie, and he didn't want to see the show because he loved the movie so much.
Right.
And I told him, I was like, no. Apparently, the movie is what Joss Whedon wanted. The show is. The show is great. So like we had a compromise where he's like, okay, before you start at season 1, because I'd seen some later seasons. He's like, I'll watch it with you, but you have to watch the movie. So we watched the movie together. And the movie's fine, but it's not what he wanted. It's not what I wanted. It's not the show.
Mm-hmm.
So it's fine. I'd probably never watch it again. I've watched it maybe a few times, but I don't care to. I'll rewatch Buffy, the actual show, before I rewatch the movie.
That was the whole thing with MASH, the TV show, because the movie was so great. Nobody paid attention to MASH, the TV show, at first, because they said that is a dumb idea. I remember being a kid, and they said that is a terrible idea. There's no way you can get that movie to translate to television.
Mm-hmm.
And MASH went on to become MASH until Alan Alda ruined it in the last 3 seasons. But yeah, that translated even better to television. And then Alan Alda came in and made it a lecture every season, every episode, and you had to get lectured. And it wasn't funny or educational or interesting. Here's Taylor Brune. She's always right. The memoir I'm currently writing about my marriage. I think Taylor is, he's in the same boat as I am. Except that she wouldn't let Taylor get the Iron Man gauntlet. She said the classic mom thing. When you go visit Jess, you can play with his. Does that sound like a mom or
That is
what?
a mom thing, yeah.
That is
That's
exactly what my mother would have said. No, I'm wrong all the time to my wife. I'm right when I say you're not funny. So there you go. Actually, sometimes you're funny. Let's see. No, here's Michael being serious again. See, I'll put you up when you're serious, dude.
Good to hear it. Yeah. Goodreads is great for tracking.
And Brooks says, I need OmniDog to talk to my husband and convince him to do the same thing. It took me a long time.
Brooks, my friend.
Oh, it is? Hey, Brooks. Yeah. From like internet friend or real life friend?
From cat Twitter friend.
From what?
We are cat Twitter friends. You know cat Twitter.
What the hell's cat Twitter?
Excuse me? It's only the best part of Twitter because it's full of joy and cats.
Cat Twitter?
Yeah, my cats have Twitters.
What?
Look, my cat Willow almost has 10,000 followers. I'm just saying.
Whoa. 10,000 followers?
Like your face. What? Yeah, people like her face.
Well, she does have a pretty face.
Yeah.
Cat Twitter.
Cat Twitter. It's a part of Twitter that exists. It makes me happy. And Brooke's awesome. Her cats are awesome.
Okay, so she's a cat Twitter friend.
Yeah.
This is why I love being in this part of the house. This is my favorite thing to do, is to talk to people and find out stuff like that.
Yeah.
Cat Twitter.
Cat Twitter.
Now, is there dog Twitter?
Oh, yeah, yeah. There's some dogs who interact with cats on cat Twitter.
That video I sent you of the golden retriever, I don't know if that was Twitter. I can't remember it, but I don't know where my daughter found it. Oh no, my best friend Steve found it.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a tearjerker, and it's so awesome.
That's the kind of stuff you'd find if you went to pet Twitter. There's rabbits and stuff. I mean, we all live in harmony. It's lovely.
Well, I would go there before I go to regular Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
Regular Twitter's full of hate and violence.
Forget all that.
Yeah.
Just go to lovely cat Twitter.
Brooks, put him on. I'll convince him. How long have you been married? Let's see. I'm Sergio. I am reading the Justice League Silver Age omnibus, but I don't like that they never do missions together. One of the things you'll find in the Silver Age is those Justice League books, the early ones, is they immediately take Superman out of the story. Somehow, because he could easily defeat any of these villains that they deal with, so they figure out a way to remove Superman, and it's the rest of the cast trying to defeat the villain. This is what the Silver Age is largely made up of, and he's talking about when they pair off and go do different missions together, they don't all go on a mission. What's this question? How long did it take you to get there? Is that admitting that my wife is always right? I've been married for, except for one time, she said we had only been married 31 years, and we've been married 32 years. So there's the one time I was right.
You got the math right the one time.
Right.
Yeah.
So I would say it took, well, this morning is the first time I ever fully gave over to it, but I've been mulling it over for a while. It's a relentless beatdown when you're always wrong. And it's like common sense stuff, very common sense stuff that she's right about. That's why I think a woman would actually make a way better president than a guy. I think
this makes sense.
Of course, I'm talking to the right person for this theory. I think women think clearer than men. That's my feeling. And go ahead and rip me apart in the comments. I don't care. What are you talking about?
Well, the only people doing that are dudes, so whatever.
Yeah. 0.09% of the time. That's about my batting average. Oh, here's Tolga. How's it going, buddy? Yeah, Sam, I did, and we decided that you're bordering on creeper status with that video. She was not happy. So that's not ever going back up. Not to make you feel bad, but I'm trying to make you feel bad. Finding my daughter on Twitter and watching her high school play, dude, that's crossing the line.
Yeah.
I mean, because you have to search for that. Let's see. Come on, Jess. Here in Malaysia, some cats have their own Facebook page and have like hundreds of thousands of followers.
Yeah. Don't you know any of the famous cats?
Who are you asking? Foreign?
Me? You got your Lil Bub. You know Lil Bub, right? Grumpy Cat.
Oh, I've seen Grumpy Cat on Good Morning America one time.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of those really famous cats.
Lil Bub?
Lil Bub. Lil Bub's sadly gone now, but
I think Grumpy Cat.
Her legacy is still around. Yeah.
Legacy.
Their legacies are still around. No, it's true. They've started like foundations to help special needs. Like
wow.
Pets. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're doing a lot of good. See, cats are all about good.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna search for Lil Bub. Is that Lil?
Yeah.
Wait, I have to do hashtag, right?
I mean, I don't know what you're on.
I'm on Twitter.
You're on Twitter. Okay.
Do I have to do
hashtag? I'm sure they'll come up. Lil Bub probably has an account, right?
Yep, I did LOL.
Yeah, I am Lil Bub is their account.
Bub. Little bubblegum.
Oh, you got your Lil Bub with Bernie meme. That's good. There we go. See?
I was genuinely sick of those memes from the very first one.
Really? Because I think they're hilarious.
Okay. Okay. I'm not finding Lil Bub. What's the address?
Okay, here. I'll just show you Lil Bub. Come on.
Okay, show me some more.
Just random cats on Twitter now?
Yeah, no, more. Yeah, okay, yeah. Show me some more cat Twitter. Oh, and Brooks has been married 2 years. That, that's a little early for men to wise up.
Yeah.
I don't know that I would expect that much out of him at this point if he's a typical guy. But you actually hold the power in the relationship. I don't think women really realize this. You actually have the power because you have the one thing he wants. And if you don't give it to him, he doesn't get what he wants. So women have all the power. If they actually if they could actually like get their minds together and get unified as a force, they would overthrow the world and men would be their serfs. We would do all the heavy lifting and women would run the world. That is a fact.
Here's Brooke's cat, Sarge.
Oh, that is a cute picture. Okay, and that is...
cat Twitter's just full of adorable pictures.
Yeah, that is really cute. I can see why you like it.
I know, right? And he also has a brother, Benny, who's down there.
Wait, are there two cats in that picture, or is one the ceramic one?
Focus. Come on, camera.
Okay, so there's
there we go.
Oh, okay, yeah. So there's a cat up top and a cat in the shelf?
Yeah. don't you love these? Come on.
Cats. Okay. I agree. Cats are cool.
You know my Willow cat, right?
Oh, yeah. What's Witch Talk?
Look at her.
Yeah.
Come on.
Did you see a great rescue?
There we go.
What's Witch Talk? Do you know what Witch Talk is?
I assume that's something on TikTok. Maybe witches on TikTok?
I'm way behind in the chat. So
I know. I was going to say, I've already lost count. I can't figure it out.
Yeah.
I don't know where we're at.
Oh, whoa. Michael just has decided he wants to get put up now and isn't making jokes anymore. You couldn't fit all the JLA in the small panels they had back then. Gardner Fox was a master doing those break the team up missions. That is actually a really good observation, Michael. I loved one issue when Aquaman was considered so useless he had to watch as the rest of the team competed in the alien contest. Is her name? Oh, show Sarge. Is that what you did? Did you show Sarge?
That was Sarge, the first one. Sergeant Peppers.
I was shocked the first time I asked that you weren't creeped out. Yeah, I was trying to be nice.
Self-aware of that too.
Yeah, that is funny. The more I thought about it, the more upset I got. Here's a question for you.
Have I read A Street Cat Named Bob? Sadly, Grumpy Cat is gone. Yeah, I'm sad about Grumpy Cat and Little Bob. I have that book, A Street Cat Named Bob, but I haven't read it yet. I hear it's great. It's a true story about a street cat named Bob and his owner. Yeah, I have a lot of cat books too. I bet you guys are surprised.
Cat novels?
Yeah. Well, that's like a nonfiction book. So I have some of those. I do have some cat mysteries are a big thing. Where there's like murder, but there's also cats. Have some of those. Those are good.
Oh, yeah. Okay. What is that? Like an Agatha Christie novel or something?
Yeah, it's like a mystery like that, but there's cats involved somehow.
Okay. This is actually funny. Malaysia is so far ahead of us in cat Facebook technology. Here's a joke.
My favorite joke about cats is, how do we know the earth isn't flat? Because cats would have knocked everything off the planet by now. That's funny. That's a good one.
I do like those things where they say cats are jerks and dogs are jerks. And it's small videos of cats just like going and sitting on someone's face or jumping on top of the dog and thwapping at him with its claws.
They do love knocking stuff over. That's the truth.
Just that bus you were throwing all men under is getting crowded. Hey, just stating my opinion. Women are better than men. That's why I was such a successful Mr. Mom, because I got along better with women than I do men. Heathcliff's a dog.
Yeah. I mean, Garfield's a famous cat, of course. Garfield's fun. Did we finally get to the end? Wow.
I think. Black Sad is great. Did we read that together, or was that with Taylor Brown that I read that?
No, it must have been Taylor. I've been wanting to read that.
Oh,
I
so
got
good.
that. Yeah, I know I'll like it. I got that from Hoopla and tried to start that at work like a year ago, and then I was like, this is not a workbook, so I stopped. Because the first few pages there's like naked people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh no, I can't read this here. But I do want to read it because I keep hearing great things about it.
Apparently I'm wrong. Heathcliff is a cat. Felix the cat. Heathcliff is a cat. What am I thinking of? Oh, I'm thinking of Marmaduke. I'm sorry.
I think maybe we were both thinking of that.
Yeah, I was thinking of Marmaduke. See, Lloyd knows what's up. Guys don't realize that they're wrong till so much later in life. Me, they just want to maintain control as long as possible. I will say the day I got married is the day I lost control of my life, but that's probably true. Yeah, Black Sad is awesome. Yeah, Taylor and I did read that. Mary's whole life has been a lie. We made a mistake.
Yeah, I had to look. Yeah, Heathcliff is an orange tabby. I don't know that I ever, because there's like a cartoon as well,
there is?
right? I think.
Obviously, I don't know.
No, I'm saying I'm not sure. I know the name, but I don't know that I ever watched or read any of that.
Oh, Michael, you're back in the timeout zone making bad jokes. Actually, I can explain the end of Trading Places, but I'm not going to do it here. But I did understand it. I assume this has something to do with what happened with GameStop this week. That was in the shorting of orange juice futures in Trading Places. Okay, so we're caught up with the chat finally. What was the topic?
The question? Scurry?
Question. Okay, do you want to talk about the question first?
Sure. I feel like you can explain that better than I can.
Oh, okay.
I got questions.
Well, the question, I believe, was originally a Charlton comic, and Charlton got bought out by DC, and Dennis O'Neil and Dennis Cowan, let's see, wrote the first question comics starting in the 80s. I remember our first house I was reading, probably 1989. I was reading issue 5 because issue 5 made such an impact on me. It's Dennis O'Neil, Dennis Cowan, and so he is a character that came over from Charlton, I believe, and I also believe that the Charlton characters that were given to Alan Moore for Watchmen, and he changed them up instead of Charlton characters, I think he took Question and made Rorschach out of him. Rorschach. So he was a crime fighter, and he put the blank face on with special gas and adhesives and stuff, and he could see through it. And it was really, I thought at the time especially, that it was really groundbreaking, because he had doubts about himself and stuff, and wasn't. I mean, this is a classic cover. He wasn't. He. He was raised in martial arts. He lost his previous identity and trained as and got filled with Zen philosophy and the martial arts and stuff like that, and became a crime fighter in Hub City. And I never read any. He always has. Here's the issue I love so much, issue 5. He's always questioning things, himself and the world around him. So he was a different character because he does have all these moral questions. So I'm wondering if maybe I got more out of the book that because I had a background in the question than other people going cold into it.
I'd say definitely.
Oh, okay. What are your thoughts then? Were you not able to get into it?
I still liked it. I liked it fine. I didn't think it was amazing, but I also had zero background. This is a problem I've noticed with every single Black Label book I've read. I don't like these open endings.
Oh.
You know, I think there's never enough issues. You know what I'm saying? Like, some things were left so open that I'm just like, oh, I don't like that. A lot of people like open, vague endings. I don't care for that.
Open, vague endings.
So,
we need an episode like that. What
yeah,
are some great open, vague endings?
I don't even know if I can think of one I like. But,
well, no, yeah, you're right. Wonder Woman Cursed Earth finishes that way.
Yep. Dead Earth did that.
I'm trying to look for some other.
I think that Joker book did it too. Joker
Mears Joker book. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm just like, ugh, come on, people. But that's probably because they were given this many issues and they didn't know how to wrap it up. I don't know. I didn't love that. But I liked it fine. I mean, I still enjoyed it, but I was also like, I don't know if I understand half this.
Okay.
And I did want an ending that I didn't get.
Yeah. Right. Because the ending is let me think how to put it without spoiling it.
The ending doesn't have an end. There is no ending.
Yeah,
I mean, that's how they all are. It's weird.
It's definitely well, let me think how I can say it. He feels like he solved the problem and he hasn't. And that's how it ends. Shoot, I probably spoiled the ending. You have to get there. One interesting thing to me was that he, in a previous life, he was Victor Saz, which is a famous Batman villain with a knife. I wonder why he picked. I don't know. I'm just wondering out loud why he chose that name, Victor Saz, because I mean he even spells it the same. That was the 1880s version of the question. But I loved it because it was more classic question to me. I feel like he picked right up from Dennis O'Neil, and the art is great. The art is fantastically perfect for this book. And Vic Sage is a television reporter, and he's going up against a historical evil in his previous lives. And meanwhile, Hub City is tearing itself apart. And since no one's ever heard of Hub City, he's the only crime fighter. I'm just saying. I don't even know where Hub City is in the DC universe. But here's Hub City in 1886, and that's where he's Victor Saz. I very much enjoyed it because it was the morally conflicted question that I started reading in the late 80s. He's certainly not perfect. He has a lot of flaws. he wants to correct those flaws, and he wants justice, but he's got an inner struggle going on, which I thought Jeff Lemire did a really good job illustrating. And in the second one, he starts putting clues together through these lives. He's a gumshoe in the second life. The first life of he's a ironsmith, a blacksmith, and then he's the television reporter. And oh, I can't show that. That is a spoiler. Here he comes back to Richard Dragon, who he goes to Richard Dragon, who trained him, and they didn't end on good terms, to find out what was going on with all these things he was going through, all these weird visions he was having. And I thought Jeff Lemire really nailed the character, and it's Dennis Cowan art with Bill Sienkiewicz. So I thought it was really, really good comic art. I loved it, and I gave it 5 stars. But I also understand how I don't think somebody going in cold to this book can enjoy it as much as I can, because I had a background in the question, and you're saying that you couldn't really.
I didn't hate it for sure. I enjoyed it just fine, but I can't say anything else about it, you know.
Yeah, I feel like if you were familiar with the question, you'd love this book.
Yeah, I think I agree.
Yeah. So read the 6 question trade paperbacks on Hoopla.
Okay. It's my next assignment.
Yeah. I think you really enjoy those trades. They were, I don't think he was that popular of a character, but he did get 6 trade paperbacks. Wait a minute. Let me.
You said you gave it 5 stars. This says 4 stars from Jess.
Oh, calling me out. Okay.
You said that, and I was like, I don't think you gave that 5 stars.
Okay, wait a second.
You can fix it easy.
I could fix it. I think I gave it 4 stars because of what we're talking about, that it's hard for the reader with no background in the question to know what's really going on in this book. That's not Jeff Lemire's fault. No,
I agree. I just felt like I had questions about the question.
Yeah.
You got to the end and I was like, wait, what?
Right. I get it too.
I was interested though. It's interesting.
Yeah. So I recommend it wholeheartedly if you know who the question is, because he's way different than Renee Montoya, who's now the question. And if you haven't read it, you can read it like Kristan did, but I think you'll get a lot more out of it if you read at least the first couple of trades. The first trade's great. Well, all 6 trades are great. They're all out of print. 1 and 3 are way out of print. But I'm sure you can get 1 digitally, and it's worth reading just the first trade to get a background in the question. But yeah, you're right. I did give it 4 stars because I don't think people can get into it as well as they should if they don't have a background.
It's fair.
Yeah. But that's the way it goes. Or something. I'm running out of things to say.
Well, then you can talk about Scurry.
Scurry, my book of the year so far. I know it's only the end of January. So what's better, the art or the writing?
I think the art trumps all, just because of how amazing this is.
Wrong answer. They're both fantastic.
Well, you made me pick one, so
I know I played a trick on you. this guy, Max Smith, is a incredible talent. This artwork is unbelievably great.
It's
To give
amazing.
these animals an facial expressions makes them. I think it's hard to pull that off on animals, and he really does it well. Just incredible artwork. And the story is an apocalypse happens on the Earth and leaves all the wildlife and the neighborhood pets and everything without a source of food because they were used to either the humans feeding them or they scavenged for it as these mice did. And it's a big, huge adventure of the mice trying to find a new colony because they've run out of food at the colony that they've been in. There's a lot of infighting in the mice colony, and the goal is to find more food while dealing with all the predators.
It's pretty much The Walking Dead, but without zombies. It's exactly the same. I mean,
you're right. Yeah.
You're dealing with an apocalypse. You're trying to survive. You're trying to find food. And people within your own colonies are turning against you. And there's murder. It's the same. And it's great.
Yeah. What do you think? Because I remember I was asked by a woman who follows us, voracious reader. She wanted to know if she would be triggered by the animal on animal violence.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely throughout the entire thing. There's a lot of intense action scenes. There are blatant deaths. There's a lot of deaths you don't see, but you know are there.
Yeah,
like he does a really good job of like blurring out like a mouse body, you know, so you kind of know what happened. But there is blood. There's mice stabbing each other with like nails and stuff. There's wolves trying to eat mice and other animals. There's a lot of animals attacking animals. So if you can't handle that, I mean, it really is the circle of life kind of thing, though. You know, it's like they can't help it that, you know, the cats want to eat the mice and things like that.
Yeah.
The wolves want to kind of bite everyone and kill everyone. It makes sense.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I think if you can't handle it, you can't handle it. I mean, it is violent. This is a violent book. It's not for kids.
No, it is absolutely not for kids. But I want to make sure people read this because it's not like
what? Did you hear that?
Something about the Rescuers and Fievel?
Come closer and just say it, Reed. I'm not going to repeat after you.
Is it like Quentin Tarantino directed Fievel, An American Tale? Rescuers?
I did see the Rescuers, and I saw the Rescuers Down Under.
Yeah, we heard you, but we don't know because I'm not even that familiar with what you're saying. So
what?
I know.
We're gonna have a fight.
I never.
The mouse.
I know what Fievel is. It's just been a long time since I've seen Fievel.
Is mice too.
Okay, you're saying violent. Yeah, I guess, but it's not like a Quentin Tarantino bad of violence.
Right. This
is more.
It's a survival tale, and it's also a tale about good versus bad and banding together to stay alive. And it's it does have the progression. You know, the mice are on the bottom of the food chain, and they're the main stars in the story, so they're always on the run from predators. It's got a lot of lighthearted moments, but it's got some darker moments too. So I would say it is definitely for adults, but it's not. You're right. It's not Quentin Tarantino type. any gratuitous. There's nothing gratuitous about the violence. It's
Right.
all part of, as you say, the circle of life.
Yeah, I mean, so here's a mouse like stabbing a snake because the snake's trying to eat it, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of as much as you'll get. You know, maybe you'll get a little bit more blood in some other scenes, but
Yeah.
there is a lot of that because these mice are just trying to survive these big creatures that obviously they can't actually, you know, win against unless stuff happens, which, you know, other animals help them, and there's a whole. I'm not going to ruin it, but
well, that is the cool part when they, well, without ruining it, when they find out who their friends are.
Yeah.
On their journey, because
unexpected allies. Yeah.
Right. Because it is a journey for them. It's an adventure. It's a big adventure that's really thrilling and really fun and exciting. So I don't want to dwell too much on the violence. It's certainly not the ending of Old Yeller or Dandy's mom getting killed. So
that's true, and those are kids' movies.
Yeah, those both traumatized me as a kid. I'm telling you what.
Yeah, that is true.
But it is a really warm-hearted classic tale of more strength together than being an individual. Even though there are individual heroics, I think it's an adventure book that focuses on, you get more accomplished when everybody pitches in to achieve the goal. And you're going to have, I was going to say people, but in this case animals, that don't want you to succeed. It's like you said, it's sort of like The Walking Dead without zombies. People, I mean, and there are really interesting human characteristics in all these animals that are true to the nature of the animal, like birds and moose and wolves and squirrels and stuff all act like they're supposed to. And it's just a really thrilling adventure that's really fun and incredibly well drawn. And I can't say enough about it, that you really need to read it. It's so great. It is so fun. It is so fantastic. And you don't, as far as the animal stuff goes, it sort of blended with me in a way that it seemed natural, and I didn't get upset at what happened because it did seem natural.
Well, and I think the fact that like they all have human characteristics, because you know they're walking around on 2 feet a lot,
yeah,
they're talking to each other. We are kind of emoting with them, and it becomes something different than, like, you know, because even the cats. I'm a big cat person, obviously. And they're depicted as these horrible, violent things. And that's because we're seeing the story from a mice perspective. Of course, if you're a mouse and this cat is going after you, they're going to look horrifying and they're going to seem horrifying and be these evil creatures. I mean, there's, you know, a cat dies at one point. Like, there's stuff depicted, but it's not in a way that, like, because I can't handle that.
Yeah.
In a lot of comics that I've read, but it's just so different from not being from a human perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's what you were saying, like, because they are the humans in the story, the mice are, everything else becomes something different. It's not the same as, like, what maybe you and I couldn't handle in something else, you know?
Yeah, it all seemed organic and natural, the way the story unfolded.
It's like if this were to actually happen, all the humans were to die, I'm like, this would happen.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
right.
It did seem natural. And again, the way it was depicted, there was nothing like explicitly horrific that he shows. He does a really good job of explaining what's happening and showing what's happening, but not really like being grotesque about it. Like, there's nothing grotesque about it.
Right. We've got 5 dislikes. What? What's to dislike? Whatever.
People don't like that you like women, and I like cats.
Oh, that's what it
The whole
was.
thing. Yeah.
That's what it was.
Those are probably angry dudes. 5 angry dudes. Yeah.
5 angry dudes. All right. That's almost politics right there. So I shouldn't talk about that. Yeah, that's what the dislikes are from, Farhan. I get it. I shouldn't have gone there. But I went there and I stand by my words.
Yeah, that's their problem, not yours.
Yeah. But that's what the dislikes are for. Actually, dislikes get us bumped up on the chain too, so that's cool.
It's true. It's all just interaction. It doesn't matter.
Right.
It's all positive.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we go live, Maddie and I, we immediately have like 3 already. It's just the moment we go live.
Just from
We're like,
starting?
okay, just for existing, I guess. So we're like, okay, right. Sometimes before we're even on.
You'll get dislikes.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
So
I didn't know it was that bad.
People on the internet.
Yeah. Well, everybody out there, you do you. You know?
We appreciate the ones talking to us and being pleasant. Thank you.
Yeah. Peace and love. Peace and love. I learned a lesson here, and that is that I don't care. So we did you give it stars on Goodreads?
All 5 stars. This was a reread for me, 1 and 2. I believe you as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then 3. This is an end of an arc, so this isn't like complete. He's still doing stories in Scurry, but this is a complete arc. So you can pick up the 3 hardcovers from his store. You can read it online if you don't have the funds or you don't want to pick up hardcovers. The webcomic.
The hardcovers are in stock. All 3 at scurrycomic.com. The hardcovers are all in stock. 1 and 2 trade paperbacks are out of stock, but the 3rd trade paperback is stock. But do yourself a favor and get these in this big hardcover. I think both Kristan and I kickstarted this for I don't know, it's like 5 years now. I forgot to put my name in the first one. My name is Jess Bragg in the second one. And then the third one, my name's OmniDog. I am 2 down from Omar Valdivieso.
Oh. As I showed last time, you can get this lovely. I think if you still contact him, people have been contacting him and asking about the box set. So you still can pick up this box set and get all 3 hardcover. Oh, it's so shiny and lovely. Come on now.
Yeah.
It'll fit nicely in this box.
It comes... I got them separately with the separate slip cases, but he also sends you, and you can buy, I think, stickers and paint. Here, wait. Let me get the drawings that came with it. I don't know where the. Oh, there's the one that came with the first one. Ow. So each one came with a piece of artwork. This one came with the first one. How can I get that so it's not glary?
Those are probably Kickstarter exclusives.
Yeah, these were Kickstarters. This was the second one that came with my Kickstarter. That is the snake approaching the little girl mouse. Don't worry, that has a happy ending. And then the third Kickstarter came now with the mouse in a hawk in danger. Yeah, if I make a video of this, I'm gonna have to really think about how to address the violence issue, because it just sort of you get the feeling that it is just part of the story and a part of life, and it didn't upset me. Whereas, what was that book that I read that upset me? It was so violent. Where the little creatures are living in the dead body in the forest. Oh, Beautiful Creature, Beautiful
Darkness.
Beautiful Darkness.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah, that book upset me.
Yeah, there's something about it that feels very different.
Yeah. If you want the box, you can contact Mac.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Here's a question for you.
So if we compare Mouse Guard to Scurry, how do you rate it? I love Mouse Guard. I'm not going to get Scurry thanks to you. Well, I'm glad you're going to get Scurry. I've only read the first Mouse Guard book. I need to go and read all those now. The big difference there, I mean, those mice have weapons, you know? Now, there's some weapons in here, but they're like nails and stuff.
Yeah.
Mouse Guard, you got swords, and it's a completely different situation. This is very, like, post-apocalyptic survival tales. I need to go back and read more Mouse Guard. I'm not sure, but as so far from the one Mouse Guard book I've read and Scurry, I like Scurry more. But it also just feels like a different story. The commonality is mice.
I have never read Mouse Guard. I don't know anything about it. I'd be happy to read it.
Hey, I'll add it to the list.
Oh no! Don't add Mouse Guard to the list.
Okay.
Damn it! No, we have too much on the list. What's on the list? Do you have
too much on the list? Yeah, hold on. Let's see. Old Man Logan, volumes 1 to 5 from Lemire.
Yeah.
Slot She-Hulk, Red Mother, the T-Dragon books.
Oh yeah.
All New Wolverine Omni when that comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Captain Marvel by Kelly Thompson. That's it. That's not bad.
Well, that's not bad. I thought we had like 12 things.
No.
Well, I'll read. Maybe I could read Mouse Guard digitally.
You can. It's on Hoopla.
Okay, you can put it down. I'll read Mouse Guard.
Okay. Now it's okay. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
All systems go.
Okay, good. Well, there are only 3 main books, and it wasn't. And then there's like some side books, I think, but.
Farhan wants you to put Buffy on the list.
I have to make Jess watch it first.
Yeah. This is actually true. Add it to every growing list. Jess, you need to live to be 200 to finish the list. This list I can do this year. Reading all these books, that's going to be problematic.
I feel the same way.
Yeah, and you're half my age.
Yeah, but I'm like, there's too many here.
So that's the book review portion of our show. We've been on a while. Do you want to see if there's any questions, or would you like to sign off and watch Secret of Nim with your husband? Or Fievel's Tale?
Yeah, we do have to watch something. I mean, if anyone has anything, let us know. Otherwise, we can.
Yeah, that was a hopping first hour. The TV show also has issues for Jess?
TV show list.
Oh, the TV show list.
I have one of those too. That's a problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
We all have that.
Yeah, I guess I better add it to the TV show list. I have to get off cat Twitter. Let's see. Movies to see, TV shows.
I'll send you my cat Twitter later. Go follow my cat.
Okay. Am I watching Buffy first? Wasn't there a spinoff? Angel or something, or Spike or somebody?
Angel, yeah. Angel doesn't start until like, what is it, season 3? Yeah, season 3 of Buffy. So there is a point where you can start watching both at the same time.
Okay.
And then they actually have like a crossover episode, which is really cool. But yeah, start Buffy first. Buffy first forever. I don't think Angel is as good as Buffy. A lot of people will disagree. I think you're wrong completely. but yeah, Buffy's way better.
Okay.
In my opinion. I do like Angel, of course, but
Far Side. You're not talking about the cartoon by Gary Larson, are you? It must be some other book. What's Far Side? Do you know who the writer is, Elvis?
That's what they're talking about. Yeah, the strips.
Oh, they are?
I mean,
what's the greatest thing ever? I think it's one of the best comic strips that's ever been. If you're talking about the Gary Larson one-panel comic strip, then yeah, it's fantastic. You would love Buffy, Jess. You loved Whedon's Astonishing X-Men. I definitely did.
it's true. He's a dialogue master.
Buffy, but I can see Buffy and Angel on Disney Plus, maybe.
In Europe.
In Europe, but
Well,
maybe
it's on Hulu, right? You have Hulu, right?
yeah. I have all this.
You're like, yeah, unfortunately.
I know. Here's a question for you.
Oh, what is your favorite 1990s Nickelodeon cartoons? Also, which series has the best comic books? Well, I've talked about it a lot. The new Boom Rugrats. There are 2 trades and an original graphic novel that Boom put out like within the past few years. Those are very, very good, and I love Rugrats. Rocco, also the same. There's 2 trades and a Rocco's Modern Afterlife, which is Rocco with zombies. Those are really great. Those are from Boom too. Boom also came out with the Rugrats newspaper strips. So if you ever got into any of those back in the day, they reprinted those, which is fun. I haven't read all those yet. But yeah, I love Ren and Stimpy. The old Marvel comics from Ren and Stimpy are good. I like all that stuff.
Lloyd's right. Yeah, I still need to watch Star Trek Discovery, and Sam's also right. A lot of things people recommend to Jess are not up his alley, but he may actually like Buffy. Okay, that's a good sign.
It's true.
Oh, Psycho Seb, welcome. But we're at the end of the show. Oh, okay. Aiku's saying not in the U.S. because of Hulu. Okay.
That makes sense because they don't have Hulu. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, I think this has been a great episode. We had a rockin' first hour, and then we reviewed the books. And Kristan, where can they find you on the internet? Oh, wait. Important question before that.
Oh.
I don't know if she can answer this one.
Oh, Giant Days or Lumberjanes? That's Giant Days. I can answer that.
Oh.
I do love Lumberjanes, but I love Giant Days more. So I would also say both. You need to read them both. And you can find me on Instagram at The Comic Slayer. I'm also on YouTube, The Comic Slayer. Reed and I eventually do videos. That's kind of how it goes. Again, right now I have a weird schedule. So, but I am going to put more people are wanting cat comic videos and things like that. So we will talk about more things soon. And, my cats are on Cat Twitter. So you can check them out there.
You can send me the address for that, and I'll put it in the description.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
And you can say what? You can find me on the YouTube, OmniDogs Vault, which you're doing right now, and also on Instagram, OmniDogs_Vault. I have a new video going up on Monday, my favorite science fiction, part 1, because there's going to be about 5 parts. It turns out I own a lot of science fiction. But that's my new video that's coming up, and always on Thursdays now will be Throwback Thursdays, where you can see me as young Jess who didn't listen to his wife. So thank you to the audience for participating. That was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun, and we had a lot of fun with the chat.
5 people didn't, but it's okay.
Okay. That's fine. So peace and love, peace and love.